Welcome, children. We are going to continue with our poem today. We started with this drawing last week. Let me tell you the poem. One straight staff on the road to take, 2 Egyptian geese swimming in the lake, 3 black swifts swooping through the sky, 4 sailing boats sailing slowly by, 5 seahorses floating on a wave, 6 seashells in a sandy cave, 7 flapping flags flying in the breeze, 8 wood owls sitting in the trees, 9 pink petunias nodding in the sun, 10 we've travelled round to where we first begun. So let's continue with our drawing. So we'll draw a picture of the next part of the poem. I will find a nice clean page. And here we are. Okay, so the next part of the poem, the part we'll do today. 4 sailing boats sailing slowly by. 5 seahorses floating on a wave, 6 seashells in a sandy cave. So all of these parts of the poem are to do with the water, the sea, and also we have some boats, we have some seahorses that will be in the sea, and we have seashells in a sandy cave. So we want to start with some yellows. So I have here a golden yellow, I have a bright yellow, and I'm also going to get some blue for the sea, and another blue. I have 2 blues, so I'll get that one as well. And we also want a cave, but we'll do the cave afterwards. Let's start off by doing the beach. Okay, the beach, we're going to have a curved shape, so like a bay, we call it a bay. And I'm going to start here with my baby bear, and I'm going to curve around. And then I'm just going to do the beach here. Okay, so it doesn't need to be a straight line. Sand is not flat, so we don't have to make it a flat line. And then I'm just using my mama bear to colour in. Now, if you remember, I've said before, we want to try not to press too hard with our crayons when we are doing the scenery, the background, the place where we're going to add detail. Because when we add the detail, we want to put it on top, and we want to be able to see it. And if we press too hard with our crayon, then it's going to be more difficult to see what we draw on top. So there I have my beach, and then I have my mama bear ocean. Okay, I can go a little bit higher. So I have this wavy line to show the waves of the sea, and then I can use my papa bear to do this big area. Papa bear is really good for doing the sea, the meadows, the sky. Okay, and you can see again, I didn't press too hard because I want to put more on the picture. And then I'm going to get a brown because the seashells are in a cave. So I want to get a brown and do a cave shape. But I'm just going to do the background first of all, okay? So this is my cave. I'm going to go really gently. So gently it's going to be a little bit hard to see. But that shows how soft I am pushing. Okay, so there's our cave. We'll do the sky afterwards. Let's do the sailboats. So I'm going to start using a bit more detail now. And for that, I will want a stick crayon. And I have brown here for the bottom of the boats. Now, maybe you want to do a different colour, bottom of your boat, that's okay. So I have this shape here, which I will colour in. And we have 4 sailing boats, so make sure you can fit in 4. And I can fit in one here, right at the shore. So maybe this sailboat has just set off. Now with the sailboat, we want a mast. The mast is going up here. Can you see? It's not quite in the middle, it's just to the side a little bit. And for the sail, I'm going to pick this. Let's see, what colour should I do my sail? I think I'll do the sail purple. Okay, and the sail, this boat has one sail and it's going to come like that. So I have my 4 sailing boats sailing slowly by. Then we have 5 seahorses floating on a wave. Okay, so I'm going to do my seahorses. Okay, so seahorses have a snout. So that means they have like a pointy nose, like this. And then we go curve up and down, 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 down. And seahorses tend to have quite a big belly. And then they have this lovely little fin on the back. So we have 5 of these. We can draw the 5 and then colour them in. So another one with the snout and the curved head, curving down, curly tail, big belly. Curving round, down, curly tail, big belly. Oh, let's do these little fins on the back. And another one. Big belly. And we have 5 seahorses. I have to do one more here. Don't worry if they don't all look exactly the same. They don't need to. What we're doing is we're trying to do the same shape, but that doesn't always happen. We try. That's what matters. So 5 seahorses. Let's colour these in. And you can see, because I only went gently with a blue, with a C, you can see the seahorses when we draw on top. And colour on top. We also have this lovely bumpy shape on top. And then down down here, so I'm just doing tiny little bumps with my crayon there. And I will colour each one. Thin, and then little bumps. And you can see when I add the bumps how much more it looks like a seahorse. It starts off just being this shape, and then as we add the detail, it looks more and more like a seahorse. I've never seen a seahorse. I do actually go diving sometimes, and I've seen some amazing creatures under the sea, but I have never seen a seahorse. And when I first saw a picture of a seahorse, and I saw it against some seaweed, I was very surprised, because actually I thought seahorses, when I first learned about seahorses, I thought they were quite big actually. And then when I saw that this picture of them next to some seaweed, I was so surprised with how small they are. They really are quite tiny. And that's probably why I've never seen one. Okay, so bumpy bumpy. Okay, nearly there. Seahorse number 4. Cute little snout. Seahorse are quite special. They pair with their partner, so that you have a male and female that pair together. And when the female lays her eggs, Daddy Seahorse looks after them, and then he looks after the babies. Isn't that amazing? Okay, seahorse number 5. This one's a little bit bigger than the others. Maybe he or she has eaten more food. And this last part here. A little fin at the back, which is very cute. When they're swimming, they kind of go really fast. They kind of flutter. Okay, bumpy bumpy. Excuse my wobbly desk. Okay, and I just want to do an eye. So I've just got my black stick crayon here. Just doing a tiny mark for the eye. When you add an eye, it makes whatever you're drawing seem to come alive straight away. Okay, 5 seahorses floating on a wave. And then we have 6 seashells in a sandy cave. So we have our cave, and we're going to get any colour that you want your seashell to be. I will pick red. And let me show you it. If you've ever seen these spiral seashells, they look a bit like land snail shells. That's what we're going to do here. So look, we're going to go start here and go round into a spiral. And we want 6 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So make sure you keep space, because 6, there's a few of them, so we want to keep the space. And then I'm just gently colouring that in the middle, so we can still see that lovely spiral. Beautiful. So there's our shells. Let's add a bit more detail to our picture. We'll start with the sea by adding some some lines with our blue stick crayon for the waves. So just some wavy lines here. Our waves. We can do something similar for the beach. Okay, so I've got my lemon yellow crayon, stick crayon. So I'm actually just adding kind of wavy lines as well, very similar to the sea. And that's just to give the idea of the sand being piled up. It's almost like, if you've been to a sandy beach, you will see it's almost like miniature waves that are made of sand. And then we have this cave. So I've got my baby bear brown. I'm going to go round the edge, and I'm going to just be a bit sharp with the way I use the crayon, because caves are, you do get smooth caves, but usually rocks are craggy, and this just gives the idea of cragginess. And just coming in again with my mama bear, and I'm just doing it a bit darker around the edge. And you can go over those sixes if you've used a lighter colour, because the brown doesn't really go on top, and just a bit more cragginess. Okay, so I have my cave of shells. I'm going to use my yellows and orange to do a sun. So I'll start with my lemon yellow. I'm just doing the quarter of the sun. Maybe you want to do a whole sun. You can if you want. And then golden yellow on top. And then a touch of orange to add a glow to that sun. And then I'm just going to finish off with, I have two blues, so I'm going to use the other blue with Papa Bear to do the sky. Now this is very pale. I'm not pushing hard, so you may not see the blue so clear, but it's definitely there. And I'm going to actually today add a rain cloud, just to have some more detail. So I like to use my Mama Bear black for rain clouds, but you can do the same with a stick crayon. Just put your crayon on the paper and go round, and then a bit bigger, and a bit bigger, and then smaller, and smaller. And then you can have a rain cloud. And another one there. And just the edge of one here. So there we have the next part of our poem. We have 4 sailing boats sailing slowly by, 5 seahorses floating on a wave, 6 seashells in a sandy cave. And if you have a look, you may be able to see the number 4 here. 5. We have 5 here. And we also have the spiral here for the number 6. There we have it. See you next week for the last part of our